Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. Last time when we left off, we finished off, I believe, Wonderland, and this time I'm starting this episode off Hungary. So I'm doing that because I know it's not a long episode, and I'm gonna give you one little secret about, like, Let's Playing and this kind of stuff is it's strangely energy consuming. And what I mean with that is that after I do one or two of these videos, or when I'm live streaming, if I have the internet to be able to do that, I always end up being hungry within like an hour. And when I say hungry, I mean like very hungry. It's like I can eat forever. So I figured, well, if I'm already hungry, might as well record some and then eat. Because if I'm gonna eat, I'm probably gonna be not as hungry, but still pretty hungry after I record. So economically speaking, it's a good idea for me to firstly record. Whether it's one or two episodes, I don't know. Maybe I'll even record 3, depending on how long they are. I think the Deep Jungle episode is actually gonna be somewhat lengthy, so it's probably not gonna be 3. Depending on how I feel at the end of this episode, it might actually just be 1. Maybe at the end of this, I'll be so hungry that I just need to have... Okay, I have been a little busy all morning. That being said, I, in the back of my mind, didn't realize that I woke up at 11:30. Right, so I did a couple of things, made a couple of changes to an edit for a client, and I made another apple pie because I wanted to get rid of these apples before they went bad. So that's in my room right now, and it smells wonderful. It doesn't help with me being hungry either, I suppose. So I'm now looking at the time, and I was saying I haven't had lunch yet. Apparently, it's 5 p.m. No wonder I'm hungry. I've got the best smelling apple pie in the universe in my room right now. I haven't had lunch. I suppose my breakfast was lunch time. So, was my breakfast lunch or was my lunch breakfast? How do you classify lunch and breakfast? Is it based on the time when you eat it, or the first or second meal of the day? Because if it's the time I ate it, I didn't have breakfast. And I'm going to have... But what would you call a lunch at like 6 p.m? Because I'm not going to have dinner until like 8. Because that's usually how I live my life. I usually eat dinner around 8 p.m. and then lunch around 3. And then breakfast around like 11-ish. Do I see a Blue Trinity there? I actually do. But today it's a little bit different because I woke up and, ooh, it's a chest with a mithril shard I'm never gonna use. Today it's a little bit different because I woke up at a different time and I did things in a different order than I usually would, and I just kind of forgot to have lunch. And I thought it was 3 p.m, so I was figuring, well, let's just do this before I get some lunch. I'll have a little bit of a late lunch, but it won't be that bad. Apparently it's going to be that bad because I'm 3 minutes into this episode, and by the time I'm finished, it's probably going to be 5:30.
Good timing. Give me a hand, will you? Move that pedestal over there for me. I gotta spruce this place up for the games.
So yeah, it's a little bit of an awkward position where I am now
way too heavy.
Hungry, and I know why I'm hungry because it's very late into the day, and I'm in the middle of recording an episode, so I can't just go eat.
Oh, wrong guy. What are you doing here? This here's the world-famous Coliseum, heroes only. And I got my hands full preparing for the games, so run along, pipsqueaks. Look, it's like this. Heroes are coming from all over to fight ferocious monsters right here in the Coliseum.
You've got heroes standing right in front of you.
Yup, he's a real hero chosen by the Keyblade.
And we're heroes too.
Hero? That runt?
fought a bunch of monsters.
Well... Well...
If you can't even move this, you can't call yourself the hero. Yeah. Okay, so it takes more than brawn. Well, let's see what you can do.
This is going to be a rather quick rule, all things considered, because I just have to go through the training, which it's 2 rounds, I think, and I probably won't fail either of those rounds. This first round especially I won't fail. The second one is a little bit more difficult, but this first one is actually laughably easy. So, and then there's a 10-round cup, I believe. Maybe it's a 5-round. I think it's a 5-round cup, actually. I think the usual cups are 10 rounds. You see how easy this is. I mean, I fucked up big time and I still had only like 8 seconds left, I think. Now I've got a minute to do 25 barrels and much more of okay, I wanted to say delicate and difficult at the same time. Delicate isn't the word. So yeah, this is much more difficult, but still, it shouldn't really be too difficult for you to do this. Especially since I just forgot lock-on existed for a moment. If you do use lock-on, it's a lot easier to do kind of that kind of thing, where I break 2 barrels at once, saving a little bit of time. Or 3 barrels at once. Apparently, that's possible. Well, I probably knew, I just didn't remember that was possible. Okay, so you're supposed to hit that barrel over to... Well, you couldn't see it, and I already kind of broke the barrel with another barrel. Long story short, that is not the most difficult part of this game. The Kingdom Hearts 2 training sessions are way more difficult. Is that Kingdom Hearts 2 actually? No, it's Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, never mind.
You guys ain't heroes.
Come on.
But they're more difficult, for sure, than these. So, that's where you get Thunder. At which point, I'm gonna go into customization and put Thunder on here. I made a mistake last time. I want Fire on the square button because I want Cure when I get it on the X button. For the time being, we can put Blizzard there. Why? Just because I've gotten used to this layout. That's pretty much it.
Rather a stubborn old goat, wouldn't you say?
Who are you?
Oh, hey, hold on there, Fuzzboy. Wait, let me guess.
I like how Hades in this game looks pretty much the same as he does in the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers. It's not that... I mean... He's a little bit more glowy in Kingdom Hearts 3, but that's pretty much the only difference. His model is just so not detailed. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 just pretty much looks the same. Can't say that about Sora, holy hell no. Looks way different. Everything looks way different. Even Hena, Pans and Olette look different in Kingdom Hearts 3. They've got new clothes. Not even important characters. They might be important characters, granted. The preliminaries, I think, are 5 rounds, and then I have to face Cerberus as well. That was easy. Well, now we can go into the games. No, not quite. Or is there one preliminary? I can't say the word. Preliminary match, and then the games, and then 3 cups, 4 cups, technically speaking, and 2 special matches. You get the point. Also, Cloud's in here, and his sword is bandaged up for some reason. Now it's definitely just 5 matches. Okay. Yeah, that's a good area of attack move. Thunder, honestly, is one of the better magics in this game for crowd control. It's not very good against bosses. Really, no magic is, other than gravity against the optional boss Zamnus. But for general, like, crowd control, if you're not fighting magic-based enemies, I think actually these only resist a little, yeah. They're not immune to thunder, so it still is a pretty good option. That being said, you might just want to not use it since you don't have a lot of MP yet. Thunder is good. That's what I'm trying to get at. Thunder is not as good in Chain of Memories. The funny thing is, Thunder is very good in this game, and even better in the original GBA version of Chain of Memories. It's a very good spell. Well, Thunder by itself is decent. I think it's only like one, like, what is it called? A single thunder? A single lightning bolt? Well, I suppose that's it. With normal thunder, but if you use Thunder Gar, which of course requires you to stack cards and you won't be able to infinitely do, it's just not even an area of effect. It just hits everything on the screen pretty much in Chain of Memories. The original and the remake for the PlayStation 2 and then the remaster made it all the way onto PlayStation 4 eventually. It's not as good. It's nowhere near as good.
Don't blow it. Just take him out.
You see how quickly that went? Those were 5 rounds.
The great god of the underworld is afraid of a kid?
Now we have to fight Cloud and then Cerberus, and that's it for this world. For the time being. Of course, we have to come back here at some point to do some cups. We don't have to, actually. I might not, depending on how I feel on it, really. I might just use it to make some episodes a little bit longer when I have a world that was really, really short. Like, I think after the second visit to Traverse Town, which will be very short, I unlock a cup. I might unlock a cup right away. In which case, I'll do the cup right away. And after Traverse Town, if I do unlock a cup, I'll probably do that, because I don't think Traverse Town is going to take me much more than about 15 or so minutes. Okay, so it is a 10 round thing. Or it's 6 rounds and then... No, it's probably 10. That would make the most sense if it's just 10. I thought it was shorter than normal cups for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because it is? Maybe because you can't replay it? Maybe because it's just easy? Why would not being able to replay it make it shorter in my memory? If anything, that would make it longer, wouldn't it? Because I don't have as vivid of a memory of replaying it over and over and over again. Yeah, it's definitely shorter. It's just 7 matches, okay? That's a really weird number, though. Huh. Okay. Okay, so I've got 3 potions. If I need them, which... I probably will. I want to beat Cloud for a change. Usually I lose to Cloud, but it seems like I'm going to be able to win here. Okay, so you can't counter his version of Sliding Dash. You can dodge it though. Come on! 104 experience for killing Cloud, and that didn't even level me up. Damn it. Also here, you get a different cutscene depending on if you win or lose against Cloud. Also, his sword is bandaged up. Why?
Oh, right. There was one other rule. I forgot. Accident happened.
That's not a rule. Anyhow, the fight against Cerberus might actually be slightly annoying because, for all intents and purposes to start off with, this is an optional part of the game. This is an optional world. At least, I don't know if you need to seal the keyhole to get a navigation going. I don't think you do, so I think this entire world is optional. Moreover, this fight is just like... On beginner mode, it won't be that bad. On harder difficulties, this is probably one of the more tough fights in the game, depending on, of course, how much you grind for it in the previous worlds. That goes for any fight. But just in a general sense, the balancing, if you just are the level you're quote-unquote supposed to be, you probably will be in a natural pace at this point in the game. Together with the fact that you can't hit it, you don't have the abilities required to really fight him. You fight him later on in the Hades Cup again, at which point he is much easier because you've got high jump, meaning you can hit his face easier. You've got much more abilities. You can get on his back if you want to at that point because of high jump. You've got more kind of magic. You've got... I mean, now I've got thunder, which you see that does a little bit of damage. So I might as well use that, I suppose. At that point you have much more powerful magic. You've got gravity, which... It doesn't really do anything against this boss, I don't think. Against Behemoth, it's really, really effective. That being said, I'm complaining about something while I'm absolutely annihilating him. He's already a bar and a half down almost out of his 2 HP bars, so... And of course, I just know this boss fight very well, so that also makes it a lot easier. Hitting those balls back at him makes it a lot easier as well. You get a little bit of extra experience and it stops his attack, it deals a little bit of damage, stuns him, and forces him to go into his next... I think at least it forces him into going into his next move. I don't know that for sure. And that's that. 260 extra experience. That was a little too easy. I hope does it already. I think the first cup is the Phil Cup, then the Pegasus Cup, then the Hercules Cup, and then the Hades Cup. The Hades Cup I probably just won't do because it's 50 rounds. But the first 3 cups I probably will at some point or another.
Thus, I do hereby dub the junior.
Oh yeah, with junior heroes, and in Kingdom Hearts 2 they're still junior. I wonder if in Kingdom Hearts 3, because it is the first world you go to, and you do seem to fight quite a bit of like impressive enemies, like all the Titans. At least we know you fight Rock Titan, and it's implied you might fight the other Titans as well. So maybe in Kingdom Hearts 3 you'll finally be awarded the title of a true hero. Also, the voice acting on Hercules is painful. Absolutely painful.
There ain't gonna be any games for a while.
Okay, so there ain't gonna be any games for a while. So this is just a very, very short episode. I suppose that's it. I'm not gonna go do Deep Jungle as well.
I still can't believe that Squirt actually beat Cerberus.
Just between us, I'd already worn Cerberus down by the time the little guy jumped in.
Also, Hercules is a liar.
My lips are sealed.
I think. I'm pretty sure. Oh, we get Ars Arcanum here now, I think.
Hey, are you alright?
Yeah.
So, why did you go along with him anyway?
I'm looking for someone. Hades promised to help. I tried to exploit the power of darkness, but it backfired. I fell into darkness.
Hey, there's another chest up there. Is there another Trinity down there? Huh?
I'm searching too.
I didn't think there was another color, maybe.
For your light. Don't lose sight of it.
I like how he physically gives you an ability battle.
Fair and square, no dark powers
Like, he
involved.
just hands it to you.
I think I'll pass.
Oh, it's Sonic Blade. It's pretty good too. Why did I go? Abilities, Sonic Blade. I've got the AP for it. Slash enemy while rushing past. It's a good ability. It's powerful. It's even better in Chain of Memories. Of course, Chain of Memories, it's broken as all hell. Let's go check out that chest up there. There is another Trinity here. I didn't think there was. It's 3 Dalmatians. Whoop-de-doo. So that's 20 minutes. Thank you so much for watching this episode. It's been a little bit short, but next time we'll be back with another Let's Play Kingdom Hearts, and we'll go to Deep Jungle, meet Tarzan, and that'll be a little bit of a longer episode because it's a lot of walking back and forth. So there's going to be less cutscenes, more, well, gameplay. I wouldn't really call it gameplay, I'll just call it in-engine stuff. Well, I suppose cutscenes are in-engine in a way too. Anyhow, until next time, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed the video. Hopefully you have. I'll see you next time. Bye.